Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Radiant Historia. Last time we went through a whole bunch of story, and today we are left with a choice. Do we side with Rosh, or do we side with Heiss? Well, I suppose it's a little bit of a spoiler, kind of maybe, but in order to write our true history, we're going to have to eventually do both. But first, we'll side with Rosh. Yo, Stock. You have your answer yet? Will you stay as Heiss's man, or join my team? This is where history splits. I need to think carefully about this decision. Join Rosh's brigade. Is that really what I should do? Rosh, I'm thinking of joining your brigade. That's good to hear. To tell you the truth, I wasn't confident I could handle training all the rookies myself. I'm glad to have you aboard. I'm going to inform Lieutenant General Raoul of your decision. You should get all the paperwork set in motion. Dear children of Alistel, I have come bearing the word of the prophet Noah. Alistel Castle, Noah Square. The savior Noah delivered Alistel from Gnorg's oppression at the young age of 16. He's revered as a saint, but 7 years later he no longer makes public appearances. When Noah has a proclamation to deliver, General Hugo serves as his mouthpiece. These proclamations are delivered in a corner of Alistel Castle commonly known as Noah Square. The common folk are not normally permitted, but on the eve of his proclamations it is opened up. The people come in throngs, eager for Noah's reassurance in a time of war and uncertainty. It's General Hugo! General Hugo has arrived! Advocate General Hugo, what saith the prophet Noah? Tell us, General Hugo! Blessed are you, beloved children of the prophet Noah. Hush now. Untainted believers in the light. I will now reveal to you all the message entrusted to me by the prophet Noah. Ah! Please give us the prophet's holy message! The prophet Noah has spoken. Now is the hour when the melted snow shall water this sandy soil. What is this melted snow? The land of Alistel is embraced by snow-capped mountains where the high gods dwell. If there are any who yearn for peace, the snow shall melt and the deserts will have succor. In truth, the melted snow refers to you, the people. Us? Blessed children of the frigid lands of Alistel. You will descend upon the tainted land of Gnorg and purify it. That is the prophet's most devout wish. What should we do? This too has the prophet Noah foreseen. The source of the taint is the ancient kingdom of Gnorg. Festering at the heart of this source is the evil enthroned there. Protea! He means Queen Protea! That Gnorg tyrant is evil in human form! The prophet believes in you. He has seen the children of the pure melted snow ridding the land of these impurities. He knows that the power of each of Alistel's children will add to this crusade's success. That's right. This is a crusade. We have to pry Gnorg back out of Queen Protea's claws. If victory in Gnorg is what the prophet Noah wants, that's what we'll work towards. Go forth, my children. The waters of the pure melted snow shall rid the world of this evil. Death to the evil Queen Protea! We'll prove the prophet Noah's power to the world. Do not forget, the melted snow shall also nourish this desertified world. That's right! We'll be the ones who save the world. In the prophet Noah's holy name, our salvation begins now. praise be to the Prophet! Glory to Alistel! May our crusade be victorious! Melted snow, huh? No matter how often I see your theatrics, General Hugo, they never cease to amaze. We'll be seeing a bump in the ranks of the enlisted men soon, I expect. He's certainly comfortable in the role of the Prophet's mouthpiece. But if he doesn't keep his wits about him, someday you'll find that... Lieutenant General RekiWylls, sir. May I come in? Of course. The door is unlocked. Excuse me, sir. I know you must be busy. Think nothing of it. So what brings you here? It's the matter of the adjutant for my brigade. I think I may have mentioned it. Oh, Stock. Yes, I remember. Did he see things your way? Yes, sir. He said he'd be fine with... I mean that he'd be glad to sign on with my brigade. Rosh, it's just me. You can relax a little. You don't have to act differently around me. It makes things easier between us, and besides, I know it's not your style. Then again, if you continue to rise through the ranks, you'll need to act more like a leader. I see. Anyways, that's the long and the short of it. Stock will be my adjutant. Alright, the documents are already prepared, so I'll get them sent to personnel right away. Do you think Heiss is going to be okay with this? Technically, you'll be taking Stock out from under his nose. You have a point there. But the lack of skilled officers in our army is a real problem. And Heiss's special intelligence group has no official sanction, let alone veto power. Do I remember right that he created without permission when he first came here? You do indeed. Plus, Stock was a military man for a year before Heiss formed special intelligence. With Spec and still an unofficial outfit on paper, Stock is still a soldier. When you think about it that way, it's only natural for Stock to be recalled. There's no reason to let Heiss hog the top talent for his unofficial pet projects. No, I suppose it's his pet project that saved Alistel more than once. I see what you're saying. But official documentation aside, do you think Heiss will take this lying down? Don't worry, he's no fool. Present him with an unshakable argument and he won't press the point. Instead, he'll find a less direct means of getting even. That's what you expected, right? Yeah, I thought as much. There's no way he'd take this lying down. That sort of thing is part and parcel of any big organization. It's the nature of society. Just tread lightly. Yes, sir. Well then, shall we talk of something else? You know, headquarters has given the order for your brigade to go into action. Do they understand that my brigade is made of fresh meat? They're all civilians. None of them has even touched a weapon until just recently. They understand, yes. Alright. Stock will be with us. I'm sure we'll make it through. A fine attitude. You seem to have a lot of faith in Stock. He has some personality quirks, but to my knowledge his skills are unparalleled. Maybe so. I look forward to seeing what he can do. Rosh. Looks like we're playing the part of the melted snow. Sorry? You didn't hear General Hugo's speech? Oh, you mean when he delivered the Prophet Noah's proclamation? The cheers were deafening. It was indeed a stirring speech. We'll be drowning in enlisted men once more. It'll be as if the snow from the mountaintops suddenly melted. I'll do my best to bring them back alive. That's my job. Well said. Now then, let's go over the details of your mission. What do you think's up with this transfer to a new brigade? It's a far cry from Speckin, and we'll be working under stock. It seems the people officially in charge of some reshuffling of personnel. It came down from the army, so I guess General Hugo or Lieutenant General Raoul was involved. Probably right. Heiss would have said something. Seems like a crazy way to do things, doesn't it? Who can say? They decide, we obey. I feel sorry for Heiss, but we should do our best in our new brigade. Yeah. Whatever department we're in, we're still working to protect Alistel. Oh, that reminds me. Our new captain, Rosh, was it? He's a friend of yours, isn't he, Stock? Yes. This was some time ago, but back when I was in the army, we fought side by side. An old friend of yours, eh? I wonder what he's like. Ah! Captain! Huh? Hey, you're the guy Stock was talking to on the outskirts of the city the other day. Oh, you're the new captain, huh? But the nerve of you speaking to your captain like that! Ah, it's okay. I'm not really one for formalities anyway. But Captain, you have to set a good example for the brigade. Come on, let's discuss the mission. I may as well say, we've already got marching orders. Our destination is the Alma Mine in the Western Mountains. A mine? The mine's west of Lasvale Hills. It's a strategic location that passes through the mountain interior to Grenorg territory. And it seems it's been invaded. Our mission is to drive Grenorg out of the mine. Grenorg's side should have been sealed. They used to be. But apparently they blew open the seal and forced their way in. That's rather reckless, setting off explosives at an old mine. Why would they do such a thing? Because of the Sand Fortress. You've heard that Alistel took it back recently. If Grenorg wants to attack us, they have to capture the Sand Fortress first. But that's easier said than done. It's well fortified, takes a lot of planning and effort. So they're eyeing the Alma Mine as an alternate route, one that gets around the Sand Fortress. I see. By the way, who's that with you? Oh, right. You already heard that my brigade is composed of new cadets. He's sort of the leader of the fresh faces. My name's Kiel, sir. I've heard a lot about you from Captain Rosh. He always wanted to be in the army. He visited all the time just to watch us train. I eventually got to know him, so I told him about you. I'm great at fencing. Well, great at ritual sword dancing, technically. But the captain told me he knew someone who was much better with a sword. Me, I assume? Yes, sir. I'll train hard to someday be as good as you are, Sergeant. Well, Stock, how's it feel to be someone's role model? You're not as shady a guy as you think. If you say so, sure. Good to meet you, Kiel. The honor's all mine. If the chance comes up, I'd like to see these sword skills of yours. Particularly sword dancing you mentioned. Of course, sir. I'd be honored to, Sergeant. Also, the sergeant is a bit much. Just call me Stock. But then I wouldn't be setting a good example. I have to call you Sergeant, Sergeant. Looks like the introductions went smashingly. See, I was right to make you my adjutant. Thing is, I'm sorry to put this on you, but I need you to be the vanguard of this brigade. None of these new soldiers have any combat experience. I need trained men in the vanguard. So that's why Mark and I were reassigned here. I see your point. It's the best way to keep casualties to a minimum. I'll join in as well anytime you need my help. Just say the word. Kill Squad will be providing support directly behind us. Not just for that, though. I also want to give them a chance to see you guys in action. I'll try real hard not to be a burden. Alright, let's get going. Oh, and about our equipment. The army didn't give us any. We get this instead. 500 gold, not bad. You know and I know it's not much, but let's keep that to ourselves. Step by the weapon shop and use your judgment on what we'll need. We should be off. Rainy joined our party, as Marco, and Rosh. Up to 3 of your party members can participate in battle. You can reorganize your party from the party section of the main menu. A mine, huh? And, we have a new event in Historia. Now, since we have a new party member, Rosh, level 6. Man, he's kicking our ass in level. We're gonna throw Rosh in place of Marco, because Marco is going to be our main healer, and I don't want him using MP for battle. Now, because of that, Marco's not going to need this. We'll just give him the Brigandine or whatever. And Rosh can take the Bronze Mail. Now, Rainy is going to actually be our primary mage, so we're going to give the spear, which for some reason is stronger than Rosh's lance, to her. Him. Whatever. And then she gets a light lance. And I think that's all that we need for the preparations. You may have noticed that the voices have been swapping around a little bit. It's hard to keep all the voices together in one thing, but I'm not going to worry too much about keeping the voices consistent. I'll try, but not going to worry about it too much, so much as I want the voices to be distinct per the scene, so you can tell who's talking, because I'm the only one who's voice acting. It's the reception desk. Stock, I have something to ask of you. Is that alright? Sure. Thank you. The long, long war between Alistel and Granorg. Even those of us in human resources are battling it out behind the scenes. It's a battle securing excellent recruits. We must not lose to Granorg. Do you know of a country called Cygnus? The mercenary country in the desert. Officially, it's neutral, but they've lent many soldiers to both Alistel and Granorg. Well, Alistel is somewhat reliant on mercenary support from Cygnus as well. But I think if we don't do well here, it'll be harder to plan our future goals. So that's where you come in. Can you help us recruit some mercenaries? I'll do it. Really? Thank you. I'm sure you'll be a great help. Right now, there are wandering mercs staying at the inn. This is an opportunity. Try scouting them. And we have a new event. This is a side quest. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I'm not going to worry too much about doing every side quest, but I happen to know that one's there, so we're not going to worry too much about it. Now we're in Second Ward. Where is the inn here? No. We're not going to buy any new equipment, because like Rosh said, 500 gold isn't that much. It's not bad for a freebie, but it's not going to be helping us too much. Now let's see. We're in First Ward. I think it's this guy. Thank you for your hard work, Sergeant Stock. I have night watch, but I can't get over how tired I am. If they catch me asleep on duty again, I'll be in big trouble. If I had a couple of anti-sleeps, I'm sure I'd make it through the night. Anti-sleeps, eh? Record in the White Chronicle. And another side quest for us. These are like literally the only 2 side quests I can remember off the top of my head. To the inn, let's see. Are you the mercs? Who are you? The recruitment center's in rear of the city. You'd best go before they close. Well, we're mercenaries. You probably know why we're here. But I don't know what to do. It's a little frightening to think of the power Granorg has. We give our lives for money. Hope the weaker side pays better knowing the risks. Care to try me? Are you a soldier? I guess there are some pretty good soldiers in the army after all. Hey, you in the red. Sorry for all this. If we're in the same squad, let's be friends. Well, I'll see you later. I guess that was a successful recruitment. Huzzah! Can we check the White Chronicle from here? I don't know if we can. Read the White Chronicle. Yeah, here we go. Night Watch, Soldier Recruit. This is what the thing looks like, by the way. This is our first, second, third. This is where history splits. We are now over here, still in the prologue. But once we go over here, it should be chapter 1. But we can go complete that side quest, actually. Also, for the record, last episode being an hour was hopefully an outlier. I'm going to try to keep it to around a half hour, but now that I think about it, it's going to be a lot of talking. At least in a certain scene. We'll be able to do a lot of just fighting soon.
Oh, Stock! The mercenaries from Cygnus came. One said to say hello to the soldier in red for him. They didn't ask for a high price either. What did you tell them? Anyway, here's the reward for all your help.
1,500, not bad.
Thank you so much. I might ask you again to recruit someone. Hope you'll be willing to help if the need arises again.
If I talk to you, what happens? Close for the day. Thank you. We're not going to be able to finish the Night Watch quest yet because we can't buy any anti-sleeps. So we'll worry about that one later. For now, let's actually do our objective. Maybe we'll see if Rosh kicks some ass. Okay. Time to actually fight. Do some real gameplay instead of me just voice acting all the damn time. I'll try to avoid fights for now. I might do a little bit of off-screen training. Not sure yet. Oh, this is a new guy. You know what? Let's fight this guy. Wow, I'm getting... Oh, damn it. Just trying to walk around him. Usually you don't knock dudes out in one go. Usually it takes a couple swings. Like that. 2... 3... Okay. There you go. You don't actually have to be behind them to get the preemptive attack. You just have to knock them out. Well, let's just see how Rosh fares in battle. How about that? I like his battle sprite. It's real cool looking. Okay. The bush lizard actually has a lot of HP, so we're going to try and get rid of him first. Oh yeah, Rainy doesn't have magic yet. Oh, well, I guess I spoiled the fact that she's going to be magic. Whoops. Actually, I forgot she has push assault. Push assault. Skill, what do you have? Grave Tuck. 1 column physical. Ooh. We're not going to worry about that. Attack. And you don't have the ability I think you'd have yet. That's how combos work. Yeah, this guy hits kind of like a truck. But let's just auto-battle this, and he should die. Easy. And that gets us a level... Yep, there you go. Power Wave. And Thunder. The 2 skills I wanted. Power Wave is just like a strong attack. Doesn't do any positional stuff. And Thunder is obviously magic. I don't know in this game if party members get XP when they're not in the party. I guess we could check to see how much experience Marco has. He needs 7 to get to the next level. So if we get into another fight, we'll check how much XP, see if that changed. But up here, I just want to show something. Like, I know the beginning of this game fairly well. I've done the beginning a couple times, but beyond that, I get hazy. Over here is this guy stuck in a cave-in, but we can't do anything about that right now. We'll be able to later. In the near future. Anywho. To get to Alma Mine, we're going to have to go to where we first met Palomides. And then west. Is that... No. Okay, it's different. I will say, having played both sides of Chapter 1 a couple times, it gets confusing to remember which events are in which areas. Yeah, we have that treasure chest. So I'm remembering an event that doesn't happen in this history. In case you're wondering, hello, merchant. What you got? I'm a traveling merchant. You should buy a lot to prepare for what's up ahead. What you got? Nothing I want. And the reason why we had to take the long way around, in case you're wondering, is because... Whoa, Dodo. The bridge is out. Naturally. I guess we could fight one more dude, but screw it. You know what? Damn it. Alright. You guys want to see Power Wave? I want to see Power Wave. Who's the dude that's going to hit me? This guy. Good damage, my friend. Good damage? It only took one hit because that guy decided to use his turn on moving. Figure that one out. I don't know if there's a move command for our characters yet, or if there will be. I don't remember. Takes a while to get everything going, I think. Marco did level up. Sweet! Ah, Marco learned a weakness scan. That stuff's on the sub-screen, right? Yeah, so I guess I should keep reading it. Ah, it's a bush lizard again. I keep wanting to call them Dragos, because they look like the dude from Mother 3. Anywho, with that little bit of actual gameplay out of the way, Alma Mine East. You must be Captain Rosh and Sergeant Stock. I've been waiting for you. That's us, alright. But who are you? I'm the field agent in this area. I've got orders to update you on the situation at the Alma Mine. Alright. That should be helpful. How's it looking? First, you should know about the enemy. It seems we're up against Count Selvin's troop. Selvin? He's the one everyone knows as the brain supporting Diaz from the shadows, isn't he? Tch, we're up against bigger fry than I imagined. We absolutely can't fail this mission or we'll be in deep trouble. I agree, but here we have a problem. What do you mean? This side of the entrance is blocked by a rock slide at the moment. So the plan was to clear it with explosives and enter the mine. But we've lost contact with the merchant who was meant to deliver the explosives. And that's all I have for you. You can get more details from the other soldiers further in. My next mission awaits, so if you'll excuse me. This is bad. We need to make a move before the enemy gets their footing. We can't even get inside. Seriously. Not only that, but Selvin's troop are on the move. We should go see what shape the entrance is in. My, that's a tight seal. Captain Rosh, about the situation report. I heard the gist of it from the informant, but more importantly, has a scout been sent out yet? No, sir. We're a little short-handed. Oh boy. That's not good. Even if we sent someone out now and he did manage to acquire explosives, it'd be dusk. But without those explosives, we're pretty much sitting ducks. Captain Rosh, don't we have the throw machines with us? If we had those, I could move those rocks single-handedly. But do you honestly think they keep such expensive weapons in holes like this? Of course not. I just wanted to ride a throw machine just once in my life. Well, they're being produced by an engineer named Fennel in Alistel's lab, if you care. Regardless, we have to focus on our current problem. Even my gauntlet is useless on this. If we can't go any further, why don't we just ambush them here? If their goal is to get inside Alistel territory, they'll have to come through here anyway. Well, generally speaking, an ambush will give us the upper hand in battle. Stock, what do you think? Give up on the explosives and ambush the enemy here? Or send men out to find the merchant? I have to think about this one carefully. This is an important moment. One choice will give us a bad ending. One will let us progress. Let's try waiting in ambush. Should we wait for the enemy and ambush them here? Let's ambush them. We can't spare a single soldier to be out on a wild goose chase. taking the lack of training that soldiers like Kiel have into account, it's a good plan. You're right. An ambush will be an efficient way to make sure we're ready for Selvin's troops. Okay, Kiel. You heard the man. Gear up the brigade.
Sir, yes, sir.
The Rosh Brigade ambushed the Granorg forces in Alma Mine. It was a plan that would prove successful. The Granorg army soldiers were mowed down at the hand of the valiant men in the Rosh Brigade. The problem was time. Despite their victory, the hard-fought battle proved too time-consuming. Granorg's forces were dispatched not only to Alma Mine, but to the Sand Fortress as well. Once the Sand Fortress fell, Granorg's march on Alistel was unimpeded. It was only a matter of time before Alistel was seized by the full might of Granorg. Rosh and his brigade were destined to face the futility of many impossible battles. The fallen capital, Finn.
You've returned, Stock. Ambushing the enemy was a good idea, but your timing wasn't so good. You ended up getting attacked from two sides. It's not impossible to take back the Sand Fortress, but the world will turn to sand by the time you can accomplish it. You're going to have to go back in time to reverse this mistake. Stock, you must use Historia.
And here we are, back alone. We're gonna have to talk to Rosh again. Or do we rethink? Give me some more time to think. Sure, think it over thoroughly. But let me give you my input. I know you'll make a great second in command. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, thanks, Rosh. We don't actually have to do that again. Go to Historia. Because if you notice at the bad ending, a node was added. So if you go to the White Chronicle, you can see our side quest is done. Right here. This is the Fallen Capital, bad ending. You can tell by this node thingy-majigger right here. This is a choice node, where we can choose another path. And yes, there are 236 nodes. It's a lot. Now we're back at the Alma Mine. And Marco's not in our party. Or Rosh isn't in our party. Much better. And I'll just skip scenes we've seen before, as you've noticed. This time we'll send scouts. Should I send out scouts to find the merchant? No, an ambush would be too time-consuming. Perhaps we should...
Well, Stock, looks like you're in between a rock and a hard place.
You too. That means...
We have something to tell you. We feel the presence of a Chronicle, one who wields the same power as you.
What do you mean? Are you telling me there's another Chronicle?
That's right. There is. It's called the Black Chronicle.
So it's the opposite of mine. And someone else out there is wielding it just like I do.
That's right. And its owner is throwing this history into disarray.
What? How is that possible?
Well, the Black Chronicle grants the same special power, and is being used to cause harm to you.
But why? What's the angle?
We don't really know.
You mean to tell me that even the residents of Historia are blind to something?
It's not as though we're omnipotent beings. We can't see into the hearts of the wielders of the Chronicles.
I see. Well, we'll take a step back here. Our mission is at a standstill because the explosives were never delivered. And you're telling me that this is all the doing of whoever wields the Black Chronicle? Correct. The merchant was killed by the owner of the other chronicle. And in doing so, history has been misaligned. What can I do then? Should I go back in time? Well, yes and no. To be precise, you would need to go back in time in the other history. Because sometimes even going back in time isn't enough to solve the problem. And when that's the case, you can resort to going back to the other history's timeline. The two histories are bound by the same world. The hearts and minds of its people are shared. Thus, the actions we take in one time reverberate in the other. Take the merchant, for example. He was killed in the other history, and now his death is affecting the true history. So what you're saying is, if I save him in the other history, he'll be alive in this one. And that would mean the explosives will get delivered. Am I on the right track here?
Correct. You've just spoken to the informant. After that, he moves somewhere else. This action must be affecting the other history. You should search for incidents in the other history that may be linked to this situation. Especially if you were scheduled to meet him. You have to pay close attention to detail.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
You're sure to find yourself in similar situations from here on out. The present and the past. Two timelines. But pass between them as necessary. In order to guide history in the right direction.
I have a feeling that'll keep me busy.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll manage. Well, until we meet again. Sergeant? Stock, sir?
Hey, what are you mumbling about? It's nothing. Don't mind me. Well, if you were figuring out a way to get a hold of those explosives, keep going. Just try not to scare my men when you do it. So, got any ideas? No. Not yet. Breaking rocks has been added as an event. But just like they said, we're pretty much at a standstill here. That said, there is one thing I wanted to do, which is, I think it's this guy.
Hey, Stallion, if you're going to battle, how about getting some equipment here?
We got some money, so why not? I could get this hella sick sword for stock, but it's actually not so good for him. Instead, I'm going to buy 3 horn charms, because they boost magic. Whoops. No, rainy. Like that, and like that. And we're gonna have to equip the other one because I blew it. Like I said, Rainy's going to be our mage, so we're going to give her horn charm. No, I can't speak today, apparently. We're going to give her some magic boosting stuff. This will be a good, solid boost for a while. We're just going to throw the charm on stock for now. I might decide to throw it on someone else later. Who knows? But also, if we go inside this house, there's some soothing bombs for us. What do you say?
The mine's closing soon. Job's here paid well. Guess I'll have to look for another way to make some money now.
Yeah, whatever. And then up here, we saw that treasure chest earlier.
Gimme!
200 gold. We're kind of poor, but we're getting there. Get off my back. But anyway, back to Historia. Yeah, I said it'd be half an hour, but give me a second here. Did I say that already? I can't even remember. We're still in the prologue. I thought chapter 1 had been started by now. Huh, weird. Anyways, the beginning. Back here again, are we? Skip. I just want to talk to someone real quick, because we've heard the name a couple times, Fennel. I just want to talk to him for a second.
I'm nearly finished with this dough machine. Don't interrupt me unless you can be of some use.
Thanks, bro. That about does it for this episode of Let's Play Radiant Historia, however. So next time, we'll give Rosh a different answer to his question. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you all next time. If you enjoyed the video, try and click that thumbs up button real good. Or something, I don't know. Bye!